It's all getting very real for the crew or former crew of motor yacht Loon. Two former crew members of the 67-metre charter vessel Loon have filed a lawsuit against former Captain Paul Clark. The lawsuit was filed in Broward County Court in Florida on the 19th of March by two female crew members, former crew members. The crew members' names Natalia Niznik from Poland and Klara Hulobova from Czech Republic. The lawsuits claim 2 counts of negligence after the crash on the tender Real Wild in December 2024 in St. Bart's. The lawsuit was filed in Florida because Captain Clark, although from Australia, is a resident in Florida. He also operates a number of companies in the state. The plaintiffs are demanding a jury trial on their claims. Now, the suit is 2 counts of negligence, and I'm going to read from the lawsuit. It says, midday on the 21st of December 2024, the captain and crew of Loon went ashore for a celebratory Christmas luncheon at the Gypsy Beach Club, otherwise known as Gypsy from here on in, a popular restaurant and bar located on the northern coast of St. Bart's. Defendant Clark and members of the crew, including the plaintiffs, travelled by sea on Real Wild. Defendant plaintiffs and the rest of the crew remained at Gypsy until approximately 7 p.m. that day. So that's 7 hours in the restaurant. The defendant plaintiffs and the other members of the crew boarded Real Wild to return to Loon for the night. The defendant was at all times during this return trip the operator of Real Wild, as it was his job to be so as the captain of Loon. At some point during this trip, this is the incredible part, the defendant abandoned the helm of Real Wild, leaving the vessel to continue forward in total darkness at a cruising speed of between 48 and 51 miles per hour, which is about 41 to 44 knots, with nobody at the wheel. As a result of the defendant's negligence, Real Wild collided with the coast of St. Bartholomew and was lodged on top of a peninsula of rocks on the western edge of the Bay de St. John. I can just see all the people saying it wasn't a collision, it was an allision in the comments. The plaintiffs were located towards the rear of Real Wild at the time of the collision. The force of the collision caused plaintiff Naznik to be ejected from Real Wild and land on the rocks, sustaining injuries to her face, leg and jaw. The force of the collision also caused plaintiff Holubova to be thrown in the interior of the vessel to the aft of Real Wild, sustaining injuries to her knee, leg and ear. Natalia Niznik was flown to Broward County, Florida, where she began treatment for her injuries, and plaintiff Holubova returned home to the Czech Republic, where she also was treated for her injuries. As a result of the defendant Clark's negligence, plaintiff Niznik suffered significant damages in the form of bodily injury to her face, leg, face, jaw and mouth, resulting in pain and suffering, disfigurement, mental anguish, expensive hospitalization, medical expenses, nursing care and treatment, loss of earnings, and a loss or impairment of earning capacity and working ability, amongst other sustained damages. The plaintiff Holubova, it's effectively the same list of issues that Niznik put in his. So they've both filed a claim of negligence against the captain. So this is quite the revelation that the skipper allegedly left the helm of the yacht travelling at 44 knots. Now, there are no further details in the lawsuit about exactly why the captain left the helm or where he went. There's no legitimate reason, of course, to leave the helm of a vessel travelling at 45 knots or at any speed, especially at night. I guess we'll have to wait for the actual court case to find out more details. Thanks very much for watching this video. You've been watching a Super Yacht News clip. If you'd like to see the full unedited Super Yacht News video, you can click on the link over here. You can also find our channel links below here. And if you'd like to see more shorter videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to this channel.